Hi, welcome to the Ninjutsu Podcast. I'm your host, Don Woolley. Today is going to be a little short, but kind of something that you can do for a little bit of extra fun when you go to Japan. For those going to Japan, now is a good time. As I'm going to upload this, the cherry blossoms will soon be in bloom. If they're not already, I don't think so. And the yen is at a good rate. But if you go to Japan, again, you want to go to training. One thing that I encourage people to do is visit a few sites, one of them being the National Museum of History in Ueno. If you're staying in the Kashiwa area, there's a train that ends in Ueno. Once you get there, there's signs in English saying, the museums and the zoo side. Once you get out the station, you start heading toward the zoo. Go to the right. At the end of like a plaza of all these different museums like science and such, there is the National Museum of History. And it's a good place to visit. If you want to learn a little bit about history and have a good time, let yourself recover from training, take a little bit of a break while still seeing Buddha statues, armor, swords, pottery from the Joann era that shows their military capabilities, things like that. It's pretty good. But if you do, make sure to stop by the gift shop. And that's why I'm making this, because there's things in the gift shop that people in the Bujinkan might be interested in. First of all is this. Boom. Okay, so we know what this is, right? This is a tsuba. This is a handguard for a katana. But you can get this for about 2,000 yen last time I was there, which was a while ago. But watch closely. Yes, that's right. This is a replica tsuba that is actually a bottle opener. And again, last time I was in Japan, it was 2,000 yen, which is less than $20 at the current exchange rate. Might be a little bit more with inflation, but trust me, people love to get these as gifts. If you want to get somebody something, to show them that you appreciate them in the Bujinkan, and sometimes the Bujinkan is called the Bujinkan for a reason, look for this. Again, it is a tsuba. But if you look at, it's hard to say here, but you can kind of see that there's like some writing here, so you can tell it's not an original one if you look closely. I've had a lot of fun giving this to friends. I mean, if you give it to a friend, basically like show it to them, and they're like, oh my gosh, and then have a beer nearby and go, can I borrow that for a second? I've done that, and it's hysterical. Their look on their face is like, wait a minute, what? Okay. Another thing you can get at the gift shop there, at least the last time I was there, are basically these little books, the traditional style books. They tend to come, you can even get them in like holders for more than one. This one is two. So like this. And when you buy them, they've got a little thing in here that you can basically attach to the front for this. This is mine for Shinden Fudoru. This is where my handwritten notes on the kata of Shinden Fudoru are. I've got them for other ones. It's a hell of a lot cooler to pull this out in class and say, okay, what the, it's, not necessary, but they're cheap. They're fairly cheap, relatively speaking. And, again, they look pretty cool. They're pretty nice. Not really necessary. And they come in, you can get them individually, or you can get them, again, in containers that contain more than one of them. This one, again, this is a box with it. Inside, there are 6, so you can buy them like this. Again, it's just something nice, something cool. You probably want to, if you think about it, you get something like this with 6 of them or something like that, whatever number, and just, your notes on a kata, basically put them all in one place in handwriting with illustrations by your own hand and stuff like that. Update them with more information as you go along in one place. It's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. But for gifts, yes, get these, give them to friends. They will enjoy it. I've given them these to people. They've used them until they've broken. If you're kind of intoxicated, they're not exact. They're steel. They're sturdy. But some of my friends are kind of rather rambunctious when they've had a few drinks. So this is what I would recommend getting for friends, and one for yourself. And this, you might want to consider getting a couple, 3 of these, and just having some fun. And that's it. Nothing really deep. Just this is something fun you can do if you're going to Japan. Again, the National Museum of History in Ueno, excellent place to visit. I really love it. Again, I like history. But if you want a little bit more insight into the culture and the things that helped develop our art, definitely check it out. That's it for now. See you the next time. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have any other sites that might want to see, please leave them in the comments. I might bring them up in another podcast. And hit subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Hit the like button and stay safe. Bye.